Good day everyone! Welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to graph linear equation using the intercepts. Alright. So here are the steps in graphing linear equation in two variables using the intercepts. Step 1 is to rewrite the equation to standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to c. Second step is finding the x-intercept by substituting y is equal to 0 into the equation and solve for the value of x. Then find the y-intercept by substituting x is equal to 0 into the equation and solve for the value of y. We can also use this table as our guide in finding the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Okay, so we're just going to substitute 0 to the values of x to solve for the value of y. And then we will substitute 0 to the value of y to solve for the value of x. Third step is to plot the points and draw the line through them. Okay, so let's have some examples in graphing linear equation in two variables using the intercepts. Alright, okay, let's have our example. For example, we're going to graph the equation x plus y is equal to 4. So, first thing that we need to do is for us to rewrite our equation to standard form. Now, since this equation is written in standard form already, we can now proceed to our second step. Second step is for us to find our x-intercept and y-intercept. So, to find our x-intercept, we need to substitute 0 to the value of y in order for us to solve for the value of x. Okay, so doing that, getting the same equation, substituting 0 to the value of y and solve for the value of x. So x will be equal to 4. Now our x-intercept is 4, 0. Okay, now next is for us to find the y-intercept. To find our y-intercept, we're going to substitute 0 to the value of x and solve for the value of y. So, using the same equation, let's replace x by 0 and let's solve for the value of y. So, y will be equal to 4. Our y-intercept will have a coordinate of 0, 4. Now that we have our x-intercept and y-intercept, it is time for us to plot them in our rectangular coordinate system. We will plot 4, 0. It is located along x-axis. Okay, and we're going to plot 0, 4, which is located along the y-axis. Then let's connect them. Now this will be the graph of our equation x plus y is equal to 4. Alright, okay, let's have another example. For example, we're going to graph the equation 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. So first thing that we need to do is to make sure that this equation is written in standard form. Now, since this is written in standard form, it is now time for us to find our x-intercept and y-intercept. So to find our x-intercept, we're going to replace y by 0 and solve for the value of x. So doing that, copying our standard form, replacing y by 0, and solve for the value of x. So we will have 4x is equal to 12. Take note that a number multiplied by 0 is always equal to 0. So we have 4x is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 4, we will have x is equal to 3. So our x-intercept will have a coordinate of 3, 0. Then, let's proceed to our y-intercept. To get our y-intercept, we're going to replace the value of x by 0 and solve for the value of y. And using the same equation, substitute the value of x by 0 and then solve for the value of y. So we will have negative 3y is equal to 12. Dividing both sides by negative 3, y is equal to negative 4. Our y-intercept will have a coordinate of 0, negative 4. Now that we have our x-intercept and y-intercept, it is time for us to proceed to graphing. We can now plot them in our rectangular coordinate system. So plotting our coordinate 3, 0, and 0, negative 4. So let's plot 3, 0. It is located along x-axis. And 0, negative 4 is located here. Then let's connect the points. We will have the graph of the equation 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. Alright. Okay, so let's have another example. For example, we're going to graph negative 2x plus 4y is equal to 8. So first thing that we need to do is to rewrite the equation into standard form. Now, in this case, we have a negative first term. Let's divide both sides by negative 1. We will have our standard form as 2x minus 4y is equal to negative 8. Now, second step is for us to find our x-intercept and y-intercept. So in finding the x-intercept, we must substitute 0 to the value of y in order for us to solve for the value of x. So let's do that. So let's replace y by 0. Okay, so let's simplify. So we will have 2x is equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by 2. We will get x is equal to negative 4. So our x-intercept is negative 4, 0. Next is to get the y-intercept. So to get the y-intercept, we must replace the value of x by 0 and solve for the value of y. Using the same equation, we substitute or replace x by 0. Simplifying that, we will have negative 4y is equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by negative 4. We will get y is equal to 2. So our y-intercept will have a coordinate of 0, 2. Now that we have our x-intercept and y-intercept, it's time for us to graph this in our rectangular coordinate system. So let's plot first negative 4, 0. It is located along x-axis. Next is let's plot our y-intercept 0, 2. So it is located here along y-axis. Let's connect the points by drawing a line. This is the graph of our equation 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. Alright, okay, let's have our last example for today. So, for example, we're going to graph negative 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. So, first step is to rewrite our equation to standard form. So, let's divide both sides by negative 1. So, we will have 9x plus 3y is equal to negative 9. Second step is for us to find our x-intercept and y-intercept. So let's find our x-intercept. To find our x-intercept, we must substitute the value of y as 0 and then solve for the value of x. Replacing y by 0. Simplifying that, we will have 9x is equal to negative 9. Then solve for the value of x by dividing both sides by 9. So x will be equal to negative 1. Our x-intercept will have a coordinate of negative 1, 0. Now let's find our y-intercept. So to find our y-intercept, we will substitute 0 to our variable x and solve for the value of y. Using the same equation, let's replace x by 0. So we have 9 times 0 plus 3y minus negative 9. Simplifying that, we will have 3y minus negative 9. Let's solve for the value of y by dividing both sides by 3. We will have y is equal to negative 3. So our y-intercept is 0, negative 3. Now that we have our x-intercept and y-intercept, it is time for us to graph that in our rectangular coordinate system. So let's plot the following points. So negative 1, 0 is located here. 0, negative 3 is located here. And then let's connect the points with a line. And this will be the graph of our equation negative 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. Alright, now that you already know how to graph linear equation using the intercepts, it is your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box below in order for you to test your skill. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace!